Electricity is a resource that powers our day-to-day lives. Think about the number of instances wherein we use electricity as soon as we wake up in the morning until our heads hit the pillow at night. We use electricity every minute of every day, and yet only a few understand the characteristics of electricity and how it works. Electricity cannot be stored on a very large scale. Although there are existing energy storage systems, such as batteries and fuel cells, these cannot continuously give us enough power to last for hours at a reasonable price point. Therefore, in order to meet the needs of the electricity-consuming public, it is generated only at the time when it is needed. The electricity that flows in our homes is produced by generators that may be far from where we live. Since electricity travels almost at the speed of light, a bulb will light up instantaneously at the time you flip the switch. The demand for electricity changes constantly at different times of the day. It is fairly high in the morning and relatively low in the evening and during weekends. Similarly, it also varies from one season to the next. We often use air conditioning units more during dry season than wet season, although there may be a regular pattern of consumption. For commercial and industrial sectors, the demand is still largely affected by human behavior. When you go to the market, you will find different kinds of rice being sold. These sacks of rice may come from many different farms. Likewise, there are also many generators that supply our electricity. We have conventional generators, such as coal power plants, that provide us a stable supply of electricity. We also have renewable energy resources that generate electricity through natural means, such as sunlight, wind, wave and ocean currents, heat of the earth, plant materials, among others. However, unlike rice, which can be traced back to its original producer, we cannot physically determine the exact source of the electricity we will be using. It is also not possible to determine where the electricity generated by a power plant will go. The demand for electricity at any given time should have a corresponding generation from power plants. Electricity should be produced and used simultaneously. The electric power system that is responsible for carrying electricity from the generators to the consumers is one of the most complex systems ever built. This is subject to an intricate series of physical interactions and is highly vulnerable. What happens in one part of the system may affect conditions elsewhere, no matter how far apart they are. Just like our home circuit breakers that are designed to protect the structure from any electrical hazards, protective equipment and devices are deployed throughout the generation, transmission, and distribution systems. Electricity has indeed evolved to become a basic human need. It has become so ordinary and mundane that we do not realize that it takes complex engineering feats to bring it within one's reach. And these concepts revolving around electricity are important in understanding more about it, not just as a product that we use, but also as a product that may be traded.